Hello and welcome back to One Way Designs 238. Today I am so excited because I have the pleasure of participating in the August edition of the What Would You Do collab. This collaboration is hosted by my good friend Jenny over at Lovely Moments Creating for You. And I also have the pleasure of participating with two other great DIYers, Lisa Marie from Living My Best Life with Lisa Marie and Mia from Make It with Mia. You guys, these ladies are very talented. So once you finish watching my video, please go and check them out and let them know that I sent you and let them know that I said hello. So jumping right into today's projects. For DIY number one, I have 5 packs of these large or jumbo paint stir sticks from Lowe's or Home Depot. As you saw, what I did was I simply cut the handle off and then I cut them into thirds. So what I'm doing first to start this project is I'm going to take 8 pieces of the paint stir sticks that we cut down into thirds. I am making sure that the bottom is very straight and I'm using a ruler. If you want to, you could use the right angle ruler from Dollar Tree that's black with the white writing. To attach these pieces or adhere them, I'm just simply using these jumbo craft sticks or popsicle sticks from the Dollar Tree with a little bit of hot glue. If you want to use wood glue, you could do so as well. Now I am doing 4 sets of these with 8 individual pieces in each set. Now once I have all 4 of these done, I'm going to go ahead and move on and do my next sets. These sets are 3 individual pieces in sets of 4s. I'm repeating the same process by making sure that the bottom is nice and straight using my ruler. Then I'm just going to attach everything using my jumbo crafting sticks as well as my hot glue. Now this piece is going to be used as a riser for our larger box. But if you don't want to use it as a riser, you could use it as an individual decor piece on its own. So now that all of these pieces are done, I'm going to stain these with some watered down acrylic paint and I'll be back. So as you can see, everything is nice and done. So to attach these sides together, what I'm doing is I'm making sure that everything is lining up nice and evenly. Now when you are attaching your popsicle sticks to the backs of your sets of the individual pieces, be sure that you don't go too far to the edge as to the point to where you have to go back and take them off and re-glue them so that they don't get in the way of the 2 pieces becoming flush together. So what I did was I simply took to attach these, I simply took some hot glue, I laid it down on one side and attached it with the other side, putting them together. To bring a little bit more of reinforcement and solidarity to this project, I am simply going to take some of the scrap pieces of wood that I had in my stash. If you don't have any scrap pieces of wood, the tumbling tower game pieces from Dollar Tree will totally work. So now, after I have put these 2 scrap pieces of wood on the inside, I am going to take it a step further to make sure that this box does not go anywhere. I am going to bring in my manual stapler and I am going to make sure that I'm very careful in stapling the 2 sides together. Please be careful with this because one slip could make this thing go really wrong. And I don't want y'all to be stapling your fingers together. So now the first 2 sides are done. I'm going to do the second 2 sides the same way, and I've just used the same techniques to adhere all of those pieces together, forming my box. Now to create the bottom of the box, I'm using 2 of these fall decor wall pieces that I found from the Dollar Tree. I just simply lined it up in the bottom, I marked it, and then I'm going to take my blade. I will score it a few times and it breaks right apart. So I have 2 of these pieces and it's painted because I used it from a previous project. To attach these, I'm going to use the exact same method that I used for the actual sides of the box. I'm taking these jumbo or large crafting sticks, using some hot glue, and that's how these are going to be put together. I hope that you guys are enjoying the video so far. If you are, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think of the video. If you're not subscribed, please do. I humbly ask that you will subscribe. I have a lot of great content coming your way. To attach our actual bottom to this box, what I'm going to do is simply make the bottom fit into the bottom of the box. And to do so, you may have to play with it a little bit. You might have to kind of force it to go in there, but because of all that reinforcement of the other pieces that we had in the corners, it's really going to work. So once the bottom of that box is in, I'm just going to go ahead and take some more glue and all the way around the bottom of the box, the inside with the seams, and I will style this later and let you see how it turns out. So moving on to DIY number 2, the Dollar Tree has these little individual like hanging pillows. But however, I'm not going to use them for hanging or for pillows. What I'm going to do is simply take these pillows, I'm cutting off the front art, so to speak, because I really think these are so cute, you guys. I feel like you get a bigger bang for your buck when you are taking these apart to use for crafting, because you get all of that stuffing as well as the front portion of the pillow that you can use for something else. So I'm not throwing away that stuffing. I'm going to use it for something else at a later date, in a later time. So once everything has been cut away, this is what you are left with. A really nice, cute piece of art. And you guys, am I the only one that thinks the Dollar Tree has really outdone themselves this year for the fall season? Let me know in the description box below. So now I have these miniature puzzles from the Dollar Tree. I'm removing the actual stars, squares, and circles. I'll save those because those can totally be used for something else. So on the back part of the puzzle, I am simply laying down a foundation of Mod Podge. I'm using the matte formula, but if you want to use glossy, that's totally up to you. I'm simply going to go ahead and I'm laying down a foundation of this Mod Podge, and I'm going to give it a pretty generous amount, not too much to where it's glopping all over the place, but not too little to where it's drying too quick. Once the Mod Podge is down on top of that wood piece, I am simply going to take my brush and I'm going to work the wrinkles and the air bubbles out from up underneath the material. A lot of people, well, I've heard a lot of people say they have problems doing this, but I have found that if you take your time and you use your brush as the tool to, help push the air bubbles and the wrinkles out nice and gently, that it will work. Now, I will say with this fabric on top of this wood, on top of the Mod Podge, the fabric will slide, so be sure to hold it. You see me holding on to the fabric because it was trying to slip and slide on me. So I'm going to do 4 of these, and I'll come back and show you what they look like in a minute. Now, for the base of this wall hanging decor, I have this piece of wood that I got from Michael's at 90% off. It was originally $13.99. I can't remember exactly how much I paid. I think I paid like $3 and some change, maybe less than that. Anywho, what I am doing is I'm going to stain this again, and I'm just using the watered down acrylic. But if you want to use like an actual varnish, not varnish, actual stain, please do so. If you want to use an antiquing wax, the choice is completely yours. Take this, make it customizable to your home decor, to your taste and your liking. I'm making sure that I'm getting the top and all of the sides. Now guys, there's one thing that I do want to say. Do not let anybody craft shame you into feeling bad about any way that you craft. If you have a specific genre that you like, hey, do you. It's all about what you want and what you desire to do. So for the backs of these I'll call them individual pieces of art. What I'm doing is taking some of these little wooden cubes, again from the Crafter's Square and Dollar Tree, and this is really going to elevate the actual pieces of art off of that back wooden piece. So this one here, it looks a little bland to me. So I'm just going to take some of this larger gauged twine from Walmart, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a border around it just to have it pop out a little bit more. Now you can totally take these, you can trim them in ribbon, you could trim them in sparkles, in rhinestones, you could really trim them in pine cones and pip berries. Whatever your heart's desire is to do, do it. Make it your own. Now be careful when you are using like a more opaque material on the backs of these wooden pieces, because the red lettering will peek through. However, that's what bows are for, that's what embellishments are for. And you'll see in the final product what I'm talking about. You guys, are these not like just adorable? I love it. I love how that Mod Podge really makes those colors nice and rich. Makes them reach out and grab at you. So now I'm going to take the actual piece of wood that we went ahead and stained, and I'm going to figure out my placement of how I want these to be placed on my board. Now you could take these and do them catty-cornered. You can have one going one direction, the other going in another. You can have them all going slanted at the same way. The options are totally endless. Again, take it and make it your own. Me personally, this is how I have chosen to do it, and you'll see that again in the final reveal. So I'm going to go ahead and make a nice bow and embellish this and bring it back and let you see, my two final projects. Well, guys, I think that these really came out nice. For my first collaboration with the What Would You Do, I think they really came out nicely. The box, I'm loving all the beautiful luscious florals in them. And again, that insert that we made to go on the inside of the box, you don't have to use it for that. You can use it on its own as an individual piece of decor. So I would like to say thank you to Jenny for allowing me to be a part of this collaboration. Until next time.